Nail your colours to the mast. Do you understand what that means? Long ago, a rallying cry, a rallying point to an army or a navy was their colours. The colours of their regiment or their division was a flag. The rallying point of the United Kingdom is the Union flag, or at sea, the Union Jack. And the rallying point was that the ship that had that mast on its flagpole was the ship where the commander of the fleet would be. Rally to the flag, to the colours, means come to where the commander is. The admiral of the fleet is on that ship, and he's giving directions as to how his service work. When we rally to the colours of the Union flag, we come together to protect those colours. And what those colours mean the unity of the kingdom. Whether you be in Northern Ireland, Wales, Scotland, England, and Kerno, Southern Isles, the Channel Isles, the Scilly Isles, don't know why they're Scilly, and up in the Hebrides, we all come to that flag because we are British. And for some, they've forgotten what being a British is. They've forgotten what Britain has done for the world. They look to what nasty people say. They listen to the detractors. The very thing that you're looking at, the very idea of communications, the very idea of moving from one place to another at various speeds rather than walking or being on a boat or or a horse. Most of that technology comes from here, from the UK. The industrialised world that you live in comes from here, in the United Kingdom. We weren't the only ones, no, of course not. Because this is where the Industrial Revolution took off and spread around the world. And there are people who, from the Indian subcontinent, who say, well, you destroyed the country. Did we? Oh, okay. Somebody gave you a language that united you all, even though you were speaking different languages in different areas. We brought together Hindus and Muslims in the same army. Yeah, that's true. Look it up. Anything I'm saying, if you think it's wrong, look it up. Prove me wrong. They defeated slavery in the West. We did so much for the world, and yet now we're the bad guy. Why are we the bad guy? Because an ideology which divides to conquer, an ideology which undermines because it has nothing to give, it only takes. And if that ideology was so good, why is it not working? And in those countries who have that ideology, why are they so suppressed? Now, I don't class Russia really as a communist country. Yes, it has passed the communism, and there are elements of it still. But say that they emancipated themselves from that stupidity. It was there for 70 years, and it was shown useless. They took over parts of Europe. It crumbled because it was useless. It's only in countries where they use that power to destroy people. China. Ask the Chinese how much freedom they have. North Korea. Ask them how much they have. Look at the other countries that have got rid of communism and how they've started to thrive. People themselves are thriving. It is not a bottom up, it's a top down. Communism is a threat to humanity because it seeks to destroy and control. There is no freedom there. There is only the freedom to obey. And if that's what you want, go and live in one of those countries. Because right here is the seat of freedom, and I want to see it stay the seat of freedom. And not just for white, British-born people. We have people from India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, people from Ireland, people from Italy, people from Spain, people from all over the world. Come to the British Isles, come to England. If it was so shit, what are they doing here? They all come here, and many, for generations, who have come here and put into this country. There's a big thing about people a disliking for Israel or Jewish people. The two are not exactly the one thing, are they? There are a lot of Jewish people that have been in Britain and lots of people in Israel who don't agree with what their government's doing or how it behaves. That's separate to this. Did you know that there was an English king who was being held ransom and all the nobles of Britain would not raise the money to save him and bring him home? Yet the Jews did. It was the Jews who saved King Richard and brought him back. They paid the ransom. And there's your answer, really, isn't it? It's who does what. It's not what your lineage is. It's more about who you are as a person and what you give. As a famous man once said, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. And when it gets a bit sticky, you're going to sit back and say, it's not my thing. I don't want to get involved in that. It might cost me my job. It might cost me where I live. It might cost me this or that. Oh, so courage only happens when everything's okay and you're not going to lose out. And that's the point, isn't it? As a certain gentleman in America shown, that courage can lead to you losing your life. But what are you going to give for your country? You prepared to give your life? I signed a piece of paper once to say I would. I know many people others did too. So, if you really are going to serve your country, if you really believe in the land you were born in, stick up for it. Protect our rights. Protect our rights as Britons to do what's right. This is no national rubbish. Right? This is for all Britons, people who live here, people who come here, given needs the system, serve the system. It's for everyone. If you're a good person, you abide by principles of being a British person, you have pride in our country, you want to serve the country, and you want to serve that flag, then this is the time for you to stand up and say, no, Keir Starmer, we don't want communism. We've seen what communism does to other people and other countries, and no thanks. We don't want that. We don't want a country taken over by Islamists either. If we wanted to be Islamists, we'll go and live in a country of Islam. We don't have a problem with people believing in Islam here. No, that's not a problem. When they want to force it on everybody else, that's a different thing. It's like anything. You're free to believe and pray, if you want, not to force it on others and not to stop others from believing the way they wish. That's not right. If you wish to have a faith, and that faith is special to you, then by all means participate in that faith. And also you've got to remember as well where it goes over the guidelines of the rights of others, then it's wrong. Like saying, oh, it's halal to rape and abuse little children and women. That is not acceptable. If you want to do that kind of behaviour, go elsewhere. And I don't think you should be doing that behaviour elsewhere either, whether you're in a Muslim country or not. That is disgusting, and it makes you undesirable in the humanity race. In fact, there was a man saying there was no races. There was just one race, the human race. And I've said that for years. There's only one race, the human race. The reason why is I don't take notice of colour. I don't take notice of colour. I don't take notice of so much, the language you speak. Everyone speaks different languages. I don't take so much stead in, the idols or gods or whatever you believe in. That's yours, not mine. But I think we can live in the same country and do this and have shared morality, that we protect the weak and the women and kids. We fight for what's right. We keep our open debate, which is only available through freedom of speech. And we say to those who are trying to take away our freedoms, no, go away. We don't need you here. And I think on September the 13th, 3 million people said to Keir Starmer, no, go away. They said, we've had enough. So, enough of this rant. But I think it needed saying. To Charlie Kirk, God rest your soul, sir. You were indeed a courageous man. A man who lived and died by his principles. Mr. Robinson, Lennox, to Mr. Habib, to Katie, and many others we saw today, thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.